Hey guys, welcome to JOTP. I'm going to be your coach for today. My name's Arv, and welcome to the first episode. Now what we're going to be discussing is complex training and how that can translate to an increase in your vertical jump. Now, put simply, complex training is combining your resistance training, so for example a squat, with a plyometric training or plyometric exercise, so a jump squat. And it's this superset, so one done straight after the other, is what gives a high training effect that can translate to an increase in explosiveness, an increase in power, which will ultimately lead to you getting up and slamming that ball down.
Alright guys, so let me take you through a complex set that I love doing, okay? So what it is, it's your back squats followed by tuck jumps, okay? So in this particular set, I do 7 squats followed by 6 tuck jumps. As for the depth of the squat, I recommend going down to about parallel as I'm doing here, which is specific to the range of motion that you'll go through in a jump. Now, a deep ass to the grass squat isn't really necessary, but the important thing is exploding up and out of that squat position. Now, the tempo I'm using here is 3 seconds down, and once I reach that bottom, I'm going up as fast and as hard as I can. You notice I'll have bands on either side of my barbell. That's just to add some resistance at the top end of that squat, really, helping me improve on my power and my explosiveness. So jumping straight into tuck jumps, with these plyometric exercises, you got to give 110%. Notice how my arms are in the middle of my body and my knees are tucking outside my elbows, not inside. Once you have completed your set, you want to take between 2 to 3 minutes rest and then proceed with the next 2 sets for a total of 3.
Alright guys, so getting into how complex training can help you increase your vertical jump. I'm going to define a couple of terms first before I get into it. So when I'm talking about high arousal level, high excitability, what I'm talking about is when your body is filled with adrenaline, you're pumped, you're ready to go, okay? It's that feeling that you get, okay? When I'm talking about plyometric exercises, I'm referring to exercises that allow you to produce maximal force in the shortest amount of time. So examples being squat jumps, one leg hops, very explosive, quick movements. So getting into it. What happens in complex training is your body, or specifically your neuromuscular system, remains at a heightened level or high arousal level for a short window of time after the conclusion of a heavy set. This heavy set could be squats. Now, with that high excitability of your body, what it does is it recruits more muscle fibers. Now, the recruitment of more muscle fibers going straight into a plyometric exercise straight after, what it does is it helps you perform higher quality plyometrics, which then translate into a greater training effect. And that's pretty much the basics of complex training. That's how it works. If you want to get more in depth, there are articles out there you can find, but that's the basics that you really need to know right now.
Alright guys, so I'll just take you through another complex set I like doing. This is your lunges supersetted with split squat jumps. Now you'll notice with the lunges, I'm kicking my leg up as I come up. All I'm trying to do there is just simulate a layup or a one-legged dunk, or one-legged takeoff as you could say. So same tempo that I'm using before, 3 seconds down, exploding up as I reach the bottom. Again using the bands on either side. So with these split squat jumps, I'm using the ceiling as an indicator whether I'm getting the same height on every jump. And once I'm not getting the same height, I'm stopping there at 6. Alright, and what you want to do, you want to rest for 2 minutes to 3 minutes, and then perform your next 2 sets for a total of 3.
Okay, so for those of you who want to integrate complex training into your routine, what I suggest is for those who have training history or a solid foundation of strength behind them, definitely go ahead and integrate complex training. I'd start off with once a week, gradually build up to twice a week, and within that one complex training session, I'd suggest no more than 2 major lifts. Major lifts, I'm referring to your squats, your deadlifts, bench press. For your Olympic lifters out there, your snatches, your power cleans. Just because you don't want to fatigue your body and be at the risk of overtraining, because that's only going to detriment your performance. And for those beginners out there who are looking to try complex training, what I suggest is you get on a basic strength program beforehand and then gradually work your way up. So that's it, guys. If you want to give those 2 complex sets a try, the squats and the tuck jumps, as well as the lunges and the lunge jumps, give that a try. Definitely is going to help you out to increase your explosiveness and your power, getting your vertical jump up there. Okay, if you have any more questions, feel free to message me on my Facebook page at Jump at the Park. I also have an Instagram page under the same name. Also, do subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to keep up to date with the videos. And in terms of the in-depth explanations of plyometric exercises, I'll get that in a later video. But as for now, I'll see you guys soon and hope you enjoyed.